So to respond to Doctors Without Borders on their concern about communicable diseases being spread all over South Africa, and also the issue on xenophobia, in light of what our constitution says, illegal immigrants are not even supposed to be in the country. They're supposed to be taken and deported, first of all. But in the instance that they need primarily emergency health care, they are welcome to access that emergency health care. But from there, they are meant to be deported and leave out of the country. They're not supposed to be on lists for chronic medication and surgeries and etc., and getting free medical treatment month after month and having 7, 8, 9, 10 babies in the country. That is not what the Constitution says. Also, when looking at the way that things are, you can't look at them in isolation, because illegal immigrants come into the country. Some are here stealing medication and taking it to their countries and starting a business. Some people, even in other countries, have started a business of bringing people in South Africa to give birth or to access medication or whatever, because it's apparently free. And it's not free because it's compromising the lives of South Africans who have no other country to go to and have only South Africa and have to access that medication from here, and therefore end up having to sleep on the floor because they can't find beds in hospitals. They have to wait in queues or have to take their own money and buy from pharmacies medication that they should be accessing for free. So when we're looking at this problem of illegal immigrants, I would really ask and plead with them to look at it in a holistic manner instead of looking at it from one side of pity. We're not running a country on emotions. We're running on a country for the well-being of the country and the well-being of the people of that country. And the people of South Africa can no longer survive having to share medications, their resources, with the whole of Africa. The Constitution says that South Africans are able to access free medical health care or whatever medical health care with its available resources. And we no longer have resources available to take care of the whole continent. Therefore, Doctors Without Borders, if they want to help the people of Africa, they must go and help them in their individual countries and treat them from there, from all kinds of communicable diseases. And also, if they worried so much about communicable diseases, then how are they the ones who are not saying anything about the scourge of people crossing our borders every single time to come into the country with diseases that we don't even know if our doctors are able to treat, and also communicating languages that our doctors don't even understand, even the nurses, but they're still expected to treat these people. If they really are concerned about these diseases, then shouldn't our lives as South Africans also be are part of their concern? Or is it only a concern when it's people from outside of the borders that need to access the healthcare? We have people coming in from all parts of Africa. Nobody knows their medical history, but we've never heard Doctors Without Borders calling them out and saying no, South Africans need to be safe from communicable diseases from people whose medical record and history and diseases that they don't know. So it's a bit unfair of them to expect us to have the ability to take care of everyone who's got all kinds of sicknesses. If really they need healthcare, private hospitals are always open. So they are always welcome to go to private doctors and access those facilities as well. But also in the whole naming of what we're doing as xenophobia, it's quite saddening and disheartening that there are people who keep on pushing this notion of xenophobia when they are not the ones who have to go and see their grandparents lying on the floor because they don't have access to medical health care, because there's a queue of illegal immigrants that we don't know who are coming to access our health facilities. We also have a number of women giving birth on the floor, people dying because they are unable to get to the doctor because the queues are so long. Where do they expect us to be able to have the resources, the money and the facilities to take care of the whole of Africa? If they're trying to solve the problem, then they should look at it from all sides and all angles. Don't look at it from the angle where you feel like it mostly will make you sound and look good. There are South Africans who have died because they're not able to access chronic medication because apparently it's run out, or they are on the list for all kinds of treatments but are not able to see the doctors in time for their lives to be saved because we're trying to save the whole of Africa. We can't go on like this. South Africa does not have enough resources to take care of Africa. And if Doctors Without Borders is concerned about the whole of Africa, then treat the whole of Africa in their individual countries. They don't all have to come to South Africa for that. We don't have the space. We also need those resources as much as they do. And for any country to survive, it needs to be a country that prioritizes its citizens and makes sure that they are taken care of as well as their well-being. So that is my response, and I hope that they come up with a solution that's going to work for other African countries to be able to have access to medical health care without bringing South Africa into the mix.